sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Buffalo Bills and the Dallas Cowboys. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They start the drive with Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They'll take that, 14 yards on play number 1. Good job there. Pretty simple. The hole was created. Runner just darted right through.
Yeah, that's the kind of play teams are looking for to have some success early in a ball game. And if you're an offensive play caller, you mark that run down. Make sure you keep coming back to it throughout the game until they stop it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now with the play clock almost gone, Sean McDermott's going to call for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Allen, the man in motion right. Allen on 1st and 10. Uncorks one for Davis. And incomplete on the deep ball.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
And, right away, he lost the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time You lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back? Now let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On second down, Cook. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They run again on first down. Cook. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Here's second and 9. Just a yard on that last run. Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Now Allen. Forced out to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Micah Parsons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Boswell's kick is good, and the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Throwing on second and long. Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you...
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Von Miller. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Prescott. Under pressure, they got him again. Von Miller in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141.5. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Prescott now. And he's going to go down again. Von Miller, the offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Running up the middle, here's Dillon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Here's Allen. Escaping the pressure. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The Cowboys sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 32-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Gregory Rousseau able to bring him down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say, those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And Gay knocks this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Allen off the play fake. He's going to let it go again. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. On play action, Allen. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught by Allen for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bills have moved out in front. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 10-3. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Prescott. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught at the 10-yard line.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter from the 10. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
We're going to 53. We're going to 54 right here.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott. And this is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Prescott to throw it. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
47.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
51 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Cook. Down right around the 25.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, As we just saw there, that's a big day.
Allen from the gun on third down. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays high.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. To the air, Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
Allen going to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bills. Dawson Knox from 6 yards away.
And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
But let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken from about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
That's good for a Cowboy. 46. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now Prescott. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. 10th carry now for Elliott. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got
touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 40.
Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
On 2nd and 7, Allen going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw, it's Allen. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. Now it's Allen. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year.
And the Bills are looking as if they'll move it to 7-2 as they add on to this lead.
Boswell for the extra point. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
It's a gain of 40. That's good for a Cowboys first down.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. They'll send a receiver in motion left. To throw again on second down. Prescott buying time to his left. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Now a give running right, it's Cook.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Second and 20.
Throwing now is Allen. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Allen now looks to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy. because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on third down. Really should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him, because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On second down, Elliott once more.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, Prescott. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done.
Now Prescott.
That's caught. But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the fourth. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to throw. Allen. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And got his man complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. 60 yards.
And the Bills are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He finds his target. It's Schultz.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. To the air again, Prescott.
On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab.
And now here comes their final timeout, as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less, as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Prescott. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Now, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. So Allen's going to look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
Yeah, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Buffalo, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington.